All right, what's good, squad? Got our live Kinstretch this week, fasting edition. So it's going to be pretty low intensity today. I'm trying to hit a little full body. So we're gonna do full body cars today. Do a little bit of spinal work. We'll be in 90-90 for quite a bit, hitting internal rotation of the hip and the shoulder. So we're going to try to kill two birds with one stone there. No max effort pails and rails. It should be pretty short and sweet today. Um, I do honestly feel pretty good energy wise. We're at probably 75 hours or so. So last full day fasting. But in terms of workflow here, you can like if you are fasting, you can honestly do this at any time during your fast just to get some good movement in. So like I said, we're going to keep it pretty low intensity. You can actually go higher intensity for joint training during your fast just because your joints are not using glucose for energy like your muscles are. So that's actually a big plus. Um, but yeah, we'll get into it. Like I said, we're gonna keep it pretty chill today. So start with that neck. We're just gonna go 2 cars each way. Draw that chin. Drop the ear. Slowly look up. Ear towards the other back pocket. Back down to that starting position. One more here. I am back on my computer today. Uh, I left my what is it called? Uh, I'm having a brain fart. This is can happen sometimes when you're fasting. My tripod back at the crib. So apologies if this doesn't sound or look the best, but I will post. Go to thoracic next. I will post the workout in the comment section. I think y'all can see me pretty good. We just got the turfer up here. So you see I'm in the upstairs part of the gym, which is gonna be my spot starting the beginning of the year. And let's take that thing right back. Rotate, drop the shoulder, or drop the shoulder blade towards the back pocket, a little extension. Shoulder blade towards the other back pocket. One more here. Yeah, usually I've learned that the winter fasts are harder, but this one hasn't even been too bad. Okay, let's get our accessories in. So we're gonna go scapula cars, 3 each way. We're just rolling those shoulders forward, up, back, down. Once more. And then we'll take it right back. Go 3 here. The biggest thing has been I've been freezing cold, so I got layers on deck. Okay, elbows next. So we'll come up, out, down, right back up, out, down. One more. Boom. And then we'll get our wrist. Just go. We'll do both of these at the same time. So you're going to come down, in, up, out. Hopefully you guys are familiar with these. If you're have been doing your cars routines every day, at least once a day. We have that full body morning routine that you can follow along in. Just thinking out loud right now, I might post it separately in the classroom section, but you can find it in the online Kinstretch mobility for the desk worker program. So let's get these shoulders in. under the cars um, section, cars overview section, and then also in those intro week videos, there's that follow along cars routine, full body. So if you haven't got familiar with those, I would definitely suggest start to get those in to some extent on a daily basis because your body is going to greatly thank you the more you can move them joints in your max safest range of motion. Last one here. Perfect. All right, we're going to get a series of final segmentation. So all fours. We're going to start with just three. So we're going to do this in a regular position. Then we're going to do a few frog, and then we're going to block the spine and get some thoracic and lumbar specific segmentation in before we get to our one base position today, actually, which is going to be 90-90. But you'll see we'll spend a bit longer time than we have in the past. I guess minus that when we did just straight hip internal rotation. Let's go one more, starting at the lumbar. Breathe, exhale. Also, excuse my sniffliness. You said it's been a little chilly, so I think it's affecting my immune system just a little bit, and with no food. Okay, frog position. Okay, so I'm just nice and wide in the leg, in the knees, feet flexed out, and we're gonna start flexion here. So start at that lumbar. Now, when you get to your full flexion, your segmentation will be a little smaller here. Think like you're driving those big toes down into the ground to get a nice contraction through those inner thighs. And start back at the lumbar. We're going to go three here as well. Take your time, good extension. Start back at the lumbar best you can. Good. Flex. Again, drive those toes into the ground here. So we're just holding here a few seconds. Max safest flexion. Start back at that lumbar. Good. Last one. Good. Flex. Drive those big toes into the ground. Nice contraction through the groin, and then end in extension. Perfect. Okay, let's do some lumbar segmentation next. So make that cup for your hands. Put the forehead in it, and now my thoracic's nice and blocked. So we're just going to do a little anterior, posterior pelvic tilt. So anterior is here, extension of that low back, posterior flex into it. We'll go four more here. Each time, trying to get a little bit more range of motion. Extend through that lumbar. Feel that contraction through that pelvis. Exhale, tuck it. Doing your best just to move that low back. Three more. And extend. You really feel the core here a lot too. Last two. Extension. Flex. And last one here. Extension, biggest one of the day, and flex. Okay, let us switch. So now we're going to block the lumbar. So now you're sitting that butt back as much as you can into the heels. If you do have trouble sitting here, a block is a good idea to put like this. Okay. I'm Gucci here though. All right, so we're gonna start at the head now. Drop the head, big exhale, flex as much as you can to the upper back, and then start back at the mid back. Extend, flex. 4 more. Each time again, trying to get a little bit more range of motion. Now it should just be the upper back here. And then start back at the mid back. 3 more. Extensions feeling a little tight today, but that's okay. Your hands and knees are squeezing close to each other. Oof, that was a little better. 2 more. Flex, flex. Start back at the mid back. Extend. And last one here. Drop the head. Flex, flex. And we'll extend. Biggest squeeze of the day here. And relax. Perfect. All right. Sideline hip cars. Grab that block for the pillow. Just gonna go 2 here. Bottom hand pulling. Top hand punching. And let's start to drive that knee up. Whole leg goes back. Hit that stopping point. Let the knee drop as we internally rotate that foot towards the back. And straight back. Up. Slowly pull that thing back through. One more here. Rotate. And straight back. Up. Slowly rotate all the way back through. Okay, let's get knees and ankles on that same side. So again, we're just gonna go 2 here. So we're gonna rotate out, extend, in, down. Once more. And we'll take it right back. Up, out, down. Last one. Okay, couple ankles here. Grab the shin, going down, in. Spread those toes as you come up. Peel them together as you come down. Once more. Heel. And we'll take it right back, down, out. Spread again as you come up. In, down. Peel them together. Spread as you come up. Down. Relax. Okay, switch that thing up. Okay, again, hip cars, bottom hand pulling, top hand punching. Squeeze that ball. And we'll slowly start to bring that knee up. Whole legs going back. And we'll hit that stopping point, internally rotate towards the back. Always 1 mile per hour here. So don't rush through these. Breathe through those sticky parts. Once more. Rotate. And then straight back. All the way through. Perfect. All right. Knees and ankles. Out, up, boom. Once more. And then right back up, out. One more. Two ankles. Spread, heel. One more and up. Spread out. Down, peel. And we'll take it right back. Down, out. Spread. Boom. And nice. I don't even know. Did I even do knee cars? I don't know. We're going to do two more if not. Oh, that's crazy. I guess we can look back and see, but like I said, on top of feeling good, brain fog can be a real thing while you're fasting. All right, so we got our cars out the way. Let us get into our base position, 90-90. You guys are familiar with this here. Okay, we are going to be in here for a bit, so I'm going to sit up. Again, if you have trouble sitting up straight here comfortably, use that block and come right here. So we're actually going to do shoulders first, internal rotation, and then we're going to do some internal rotation of the bottom leg. Okay? All right, so we're nice and upright. You should feel this stretch here. So you're going to take this arm that's on the same side of the leg that's down, and you're going to pull it into internal rotation. So you see I'm going right behind my back. All right, so the further up your fist is on the back, the more rotation, the bigger stretch you're going to feel in the front shoulder. The least, or the more down you are, the least you're going to be. Okay, so you want to get to a spot where if you were to try to lift the whole fist off, you couldn't. Okay, so tails here are going to be driving your fist and elbow into your back. Rails, you're trying to pull the whole fist and elbow off at the same time. Okay, so you should feel a nice contraction right here. Okay, so we're just going to start with 2 sets, tails and rails. All right, so first one, just nice and light. Big breath in, brace the core, and we're going to slowly start to drive that elbow, fist into your back at 20% max effort. You just feel a nice contraction here on the front delt. Next breath, let's double that tension. We're just going to stay here, 40% on this first one. Now, I will say, while you're fasting, you should get a much better mind-muscle connection to your joints. So even this 40% right now feels pretty intense. We're going to go 10 seconds. So I would still suggest not going max effort if you don't have to while you're depleted of food. Relax. Okay, super baby rail. So really, if you have like a block or something on the other side, drive that, brace the core, and now nice and light rail. Try to pull that fist off of your back. So again, nice contraction through that front delt. It's gonna literally feel like 5% max effort. It's just super light. Trying to get that elbow and fist off your back for 5, 4, 3, 2. Slowly relax. Couple recovery breaths here. Just gonna try and ramp up a little bit harder on this next one. And then we're gonna do some lift offs, some axial rotations and extension, and then cars here. Switch to internal rotation of the bottom leg. All right, so next breath, here we go. Let's inhale, trap the air in the belly, start to drive that fist, elbow into the back, 20% max effort. Double your tension, 40. Let's go a bit harder, 50, 60, hold. Just got 15 seconds here. Try to get that deep contraction through that shoulder girdle, 10 seconds. Keep driving. Your whole body's nice and tight here for 5, 4, 3, 2. Slowly relax. Okay, rails. 3, 2, 1. Now brace. Try to drive that elbow and fist off of your back at the same time. Good tension. 10 seconds. Keep driving. Keep thinking the lights on the fist and elbow. 5, 4, 3, 2. Slowly relax. Okay, so now you're going to drop the fist a little bit, and you want to get to a spot where now you can lift it straight off. Okay, ideally you're not like bowing the elbow out like this. You're just trying to get the fist straight off. It should be like half an inch maximum. So we're just going to go 3 reps here, 10-second hold on each. Okay, switch a little bit. All right, so good tension. Find your spot where you can lift off. Brace, lift, and hold. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Relax. 2 more. Good tension. Brace, lift. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Relax. Last one here. Good tension. Lift. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Relax. Okay, so now we're going to come back to extension as much as you can. We're just going to do some axial rotations. Okay, so I'm keeping that fist lengthened, or the arm lengthened as much as I can. And now I'm going external rotation. So my fist is rotating away from my body right now. Trying to keep that extension best we can. And then internal rotation. Again, fighting for as much range of motion as you can. 2 more like that today. Rotate, rotate. Internal rotation. Just rotating back towards the body. Rotate, you're fighting for that range of motion, keeping that extension. 1 more each. Rotate, rotate. Biggest one of the day. And then internal rotation, back towards the body. Relax. Okay, 2 cars here. So we're gonna just start, rotate. We're doing these backwards, so that's okay. So extensions are really good, and then we'll take it right back. A really good assistant to shoulder internal rotation. So you see, we're gonna do pressing pattern next week. We're gonna do a lot of internal rotation and extension. So you'll see how those two really go well together. Good, rotate, rotate. Nice. Okay, shoulder on that side done. We're gonna go right. If you do need to take a break, feel free, because I know we've been here for a while, but we're gonna go right to working on the back leg, 90-90 internal rotation. Okay? So remember that small anterior tilt of the pelvis on that side if you can. Keep that best you can. We're gonna start with just a light to long tail. Give me a big breath in. Trap the air in the belly. Start to drive that knee and ankle down into the ground. 20% max effort. Next breath, double that tension, 40. And we're just going to hold this about 20, 30 seconds. So that knee and ankle are nice and heavy. You can slightly think like you're pulling the ground towards your midline as well, which give you a little bit more contraction through that adductor. Hands nice and tight. Hold that tension. Let's go 10 more seconds here. 5, 4, 3, 2. Slowly relax. Man, this is pretty intense during this fast, I can't lie. Rails, 3, 2, 1. Now I'm trying to rotate my foot off the ground, but I'm not flexing the foot. Or the knee is nice and heavy. I'm trying to rotate that quad forward. So just nice and light. Feel that crampiness here on the outside of the hip. One thing that can help is if you lean back a little bit, you should have to rotate less to feel that tension. Okay? Just breathe and hold that best you can. Yeah. We're going to go 10 seconds here. Keep that contraction. 5, 4, 3, 2. Slowly relax. Another good drill, we'll take a couple of recovery breaths to find that rail, is if you hinge forward until you can lift it, and then keep that sensation as you sit back, and now you should be able to feel that pretty good. Okay? All right, one more set here. Then we're going to go into a kinetic stretch, do some liftoffs, cars, switch to the other side. Okay, so next breath, here we go. Let's inhale, brace the core. You can interiorly tuck that pelvis a little bit. And let's start to drive that knee and ankle down into the ground, 20% max effort. Double it up, 40. A little bit harder, 50, maybe 60, hold. Yeah, we're just gonna go 15 seconds here, so keep that tension best you can. Last 10, keep breathing, keep driving. 5, 4, 3, 2, slowly relax. Rails, 3, 2, 1. I'm trying to rotate that foot off the ground using the hip. I'm almost trying to like slide the leg back. Think light on the foot. Hold that tension. We just got 10 more seconds on this rails contraction. 5, 4, 3, 2. Slowly relax. Okay. Kinetic stretch. So give yourself a big hug. We're going to initiate that rails contraction. So I'm trying to barely rotate the foot off the ground. This can just be 20 or so percent. Keep the tension. Rotate the upper body towards the back foot. Hit your stopping point. Tails. Drive that knee and ankle down. Slowly pull yourself back forward. 2 more like that. Rails. Trying to lift my foot off the ground using the hip. Keep the tension. Rotate towards the back foot. Tails. Knee and ankle heavy. Back to the front, nice and slow. Feel that contraction changing as you move. One more. Rails. Slowly rotate towards the back foot as you're trying to lift the back foot. I'm trying to pull myself into more internal rotation. Tails. Knee and ankle heavy. Ooh. Slowly pull yourself back forward. Nice. Okay, going to keep the theme going today. So we're going to go straight lift off. So you're going to hinge forward now until you can barely lift that foot off the ground. 3 lifts, 10-second hold. So give me good tension. Brace, rotate, lift. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Control it down. 2 more. Good tension. Lift. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Relax. Last one. Tension, rotate, lift. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Relax. Okay, rear knee lift off. So this is external rotation. So you're going to come, stay forward. You're thinking out and up as much as you can. And again, you're active when you get to the top and hold. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Control it down. Just feel a good contraction through the groin here. 2 more. Reach out and up. So that back ankle super heavy. Nothing bleeding through the knee. Hold. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Control it down. Very important to control the eccentric down so your body trusts you more. Last one. Out and up. Reach. Biggest one. Hold. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. And slowly relax. Whew. Okay, let's go hip cars here. Take your time, come about that thing. Go right back to that side lying position. Okay, bottom hand pulling, top hand punching. Pretty good. Feels good. Rotate. I need this just as much as y'all do. See, I'm lying. I know I do. All the way back in. Last one. Nice. And then straight back. Relax. Nice. One side down. So I'm going to just take a second. It's actually getting a little toasty up here. Okay, so take your time, get some water. I don't even think I have mine up here, which is not a good look. Okay, so we're going to be back in that 90-90 here. Okay, working on that shoulder first, and then the hip. Okay, so you see one side might feel a little different than the other. This is my more limited side. The left, at least from the hip, shoulder is actually the exact opposite. Okay, so it gets you to a good spot where you can sit upright, hands free. Okay, so shoulder, internal rotation. Take that, bring it to the back, walk it up until you can't lift that fist and elbow off. Okay, so find that good stretch here in that anterior delt. And we're going to start on that first pales contraction. So let's take a big breath in, brace the core, and you're going to start to rotate that fist, elbow into your back, 20% max effort. Double that tension, 40. And let's breathe and hold that about 30 seconds here. So good tension through the whole body. And that elbow, fist is super heavy. Give me 10 seconds here. Keep driving. 5, 4, 3, 2. Slowly relax. Okay. And let's do rails. 3, 2, 1. Try to lift that fish straight off and hold. Good. Again, it's nice and light. You're trying to peel that fist and elbow right off of your back evenly. Maybe 5% max effort. Maybe 10 more seconds. You might feel that contraction through the hip too, which is just fine. Getting a little bit extra love. 3, 2, 1. Relax. I think this low key is my first time doing Kinstretch while I'm fasted, so this is pretty intense feeling. Okay, last one here. We're gonna ramp up a bit harder. Give me a big inhale. Trap the air in the belly. Start to get that fist nice and heavy into your back. 20% max effort. 40. Bit harder. 50, maybe 60, and hold. Whole body's driving, nice and tight. Keep that tension. Keep breathing. We got 5, 4, 3, 2. Slowly relax. Ooh. Rails. 3, 2, 1. I'll try to peel that fist off of the back and the elbow as well and hold. 10 seconds. Keep that tension. Feel that contraction through the front delt. 3, 2, 1. Slowly relax. Okay, lift off. So you're going to drop the hand a bit on the back. Now you should be able to lift the whole fist and elbow off evenly. Okay. So here we go. 3 reps, 10-second hold each. So ramp good tension, especially in that kickstand hand, the opposite hand here. Drive and lift, hold. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, relax. 2 more, ramp tension, lift. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, relax. Last one here. Good tension, lift. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and relax. Nice. Okay, let's get these axials in. So you're going to come straight to extension. Okay, we're going to start with, again, try to keep that fist back as much as you can. Start with that external rotation. So now I'm rotating my fist away from my body, fighting for as much as I can. Once I get to my in range, I'm nice and flexed. Now let's go internal rotation. Again, reach, reach. You should feel like that tricep nice and flamed up here. Last 2, external. Keep that extension through the shoulder. Reach, reach as much as you can. Let's go back to internal. So you're rotating toward the body. Rotate, rotate. Keep fighting for extension. Ooh, one more each. Triceps nice and flamed up. Rotate, rotate. And then all the way back. Rotate, biggest one. Relax. Okay, 2 shoulder cars. So we'll start from the back again. Have to slowly rotate all the way to the front. Staying nice and upright in that 90-90 position. Should have gotten a bit contraction through the hips during this, just general tension irradiation. And then one more. Rotate, rotate. And all the way back. Rotate, rotate. Relax. Okay, shoulders done. Now we just got these hips, home stretch. Okay, so we're already in our position, efficient. So let's think a little anterior pelvic tilt on this side. And we'll start with our first tail. So big breath in, brace the core, start to drive that knee, ankle down into the ground, 20% max effort. Ooh, double that tension. I didn't mention that we're holding this earlier, but again, if you are fasted, your percentages might feel a little skewed. So just do a little less today. Okay, we're not trying to go balls to the wall. We're just trying to get some good blood flow in our body and our joints as we're depleted of nutrients. Go 10 seconds here. 5, 4, 3, 2. Slowly relax. Think of this more like a recovery session. Rails. 3, 2, 1. Now you're trying to slide that leg back, rotate the foot up off the ground. You shouldn't be able to though if you're in range. Just breathe. Feel that crampiness here on the outside. Hold. This is just nice and light again. Feel that shaky sensation and breathe into it best you can. Try not to cramp because that's actually your max effort. Give me 10 more seconds. Keep driving. 5, 4, 3, 2. Slowly relax. Give me a couple recovery breaths here. And we got one more. Bit harder. All right, so here we go. Big breath in. Brace the core. Think anterior tilt of that pelvis. And now knee and ankle starts to get heavy, slightly pulling the ground towards you. 20% max effort. 40. Whole body's a bit harder. 50, maybe 60, and hold. Keep that tension, 10 seconds. Keep driving. 5, 4, 3, 2. Slowly relax. Ooh. Rails. 3, 2, 1. Now try to rotate that foot off the ground using that hip hold. Feel nice little jumpy sensation in and around that glute for 10 seconds. Keep driving. 5, 4, 3, 2, and slowly relax. All right, kinetic stretch. Big hug. 3 reps here. So we're going to initiate that rails contraction again. So you're trying to rotate that foot off the ground, hold that, rotate the upper body towards the back foot as much as you can. Once you hit a stopping point, pails, nice and heavy knee and ankle, driving into the ground, and then slowly rotating back forward. Perfect. 2 more. Rails, try to rotate that foot off the ground using the hip. Keep the tension and let's slowly pull ourselves into our in range of hip rotation. And now pail, knee and ankle heavy into the ground, 30 or so percent of your max effort. Keep the tension. Slowly pull yourself back forward. One more. Rails, try to rotate, lift. Ooh, that's nasty. Feel that. And biggest rotation of the day here. Pulling yourself deep as you can into that range of motion. And let's go pails when you hit the in range, knee and ankle, heavy, slowly driving. yourself. Back forward. Ooh. Okay, home stretch, home stretch. So we got lift off. Okay, 3 reps. You're gonna get to that nice hinge position so you can actually lift the foot off. Okay. So let's ramp tension, rotate, lift, and hold. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Control it down. 2 more. Good tension, slide, rotate, lift. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Control. Last one here. Good tension, slide, rotate, lift. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Control it down. Okay, rear knee lift off. So we're nice and upright, staying forward. We're thinking out and up of that knee. The back ankle super heavy. And we're nice and active when we get to the top for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Control it down. 2 more here. Good tension. Reach, reach. Hit that stopping point and fight through it for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Control it down. Last one, biggest one. Good tension, length away from the body, reach up. So you're feeling straight groin and glute and hold. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Control it down. Nice. Whew. Take your time, come out of there. In with these 2 cars. And that's a wrap for today. A little recovery. I'll see tomorrow. I'm gonna show y'all how I break my fast in terms of movement. So I do what I call and what some call a simulated hunt. So basically just a intense workout to simulate a hunt, like back in the hunter-gatherer days. We're looking for and killing our food, which could entail so many different things from a movement perspective. And so I just like to do that, challenge myself, and then reward myself with some food. And I'll get more into what we'll be breaking it with, but I'll do bone broth. But yeah, you can look forward to that tomorrow. And nice, relax. That's a wrap, y'all. Nice little recovery Kinstretch today. Hope you enjoyed, and we'll see you next week.